That's the league wrapped up because Real Madrid are the champions of Spanish football once again, as we should be. And I don't know about you guys, but watching Barca win La Liga last season was terrible. I mean, the way that their fans were carrying on, they actually thought that they'd be dominating for years to come. They thought that they found the next Pep Guardiola in Xavi. And Madrid had to end all that nonsense this season. And the way that we were able to take the title from those bums so comfortably has been amazing. By the way, Barca, congratulations on a trophyless season. Fantastic. Fantastic. What a poverty club. Literally and figuratively, you guys are shit. And you will always be behind Real Madrid. And I don't care what anybody tells me. This is not a rivalry. I feel bad for you guys. Barca versus Real Madrid is like basically beating up your little brother that's 4 years old when you're 25. It's not fair. Okay? You're just bullying at that point. That's how I feel about Barca. I just feel pity for them. But we are the champions, and balance has been restored. Because last season, the way that it went, it was a little off. But we had to bring peace to the galaxy again and put things in their proper place. And we are the champions. Now it's time to focus on that Champions League trophy. I want number 15. We're still on for the treble. We won the Spanish Super Cup. We won La Liga. And I think that we're going to deal with Bayern Munich on Wednesday. And we will win the Champions League. And then after we're done celebrating the Champions League, Mbappe is coming in the summer. And then guess what's coming with him? Endrick. The future is now. The treble this season, then next season, I'm expecting the quadruple. I'm expecting us to win every single competition that we are in. We might even win 5 trophies. That's my expectation. And I just got to say this, man. Carlo Ancelotti, the GOAT. I feel like he's underrated because I don't think people talk about him nowadays as highly as they should. Everybody seems to be focused on Arteta, Xabi Alonso, Pep Guardiola, but none of them are as great as Carlo Ancelotti. Look at his CV. Line up what he's done throughout his career next to any other managers, and he embarrasses them. Don Carlo for a reason. Look at how we dominated La Liga with all the injuries that we had, with no proper striker because Benzema left in the summer when we thought he'd be here this season. Carlo doesn't come out and make any excuses. He doesn't complain. He's not crying about the refs. He's not finding ways to scapegoat anybody. He goes out there, sets us up to win, and gets the job done. What a fantastic manager. And when he leaves after next season, we will miss him. Trust me. I think a lot of people do not appreciate Carlo. And I know that I've criticized some of his decisions. But that's because I have questions. I'm not the manager. But every time I question him, guess what he does? Proves me wrong. And I'll take it. The GOAT. He is on the Mount Rushmore of managers. Give him his respect. Another league title wrapped up for him. And we've won it, as I said earlier, comfortably. We didn't even have to break a sweat this season, despite everything that we had to overcome. And we're on for the treble. Wow. Just amazing, people. Look, 3-0 win today versus Cadiz. I'm not going to gas up the performance that much because I don't think that we played that well. Cadiz could have scored 2 goals today. And I see why they're going to get relegated. They can't finish their dinner. We gifted them 2 great opportunities. And they could have possibly got something today. But they just weren't clinical. They didn't punish us. Not us, though, because we were clinical. Brahim Diaz was my man of the match. That first goal, cuts inside, takes it on his right foot, top bins. Oh, my goodness. What a player he is. Super underrated. And if we're being honest, I think he would start for most teams in Europe. But at Madrid, there's just no room for him to start. But he does deserve more minutes. And it's a great problem to have. And even though he's not a starter, he is very important for us. And I hope that he stays at the club because we do rely on him. And I know that he's being linked with the move to Arsenal and some of these other big clubs, but hopefully he rejects them to stay at Madrid because we need him. He's a very impactful player. Whenever he's given an opportunity, he performs. My man of the match. Courtois played his first game today for the season. Kept a clean sheet. Stepped up. Made a big save. It's nice to see him back. It's good to see that he is recovered. Now, I still think Lunin needs to start in the Champions League for the rest of the season. If you want to maybe, give Courtois a few more La Liga matches, fair enough. But Lunin has been one of the best keepers in Europe this season, and he's done nothing to be dropped. Now, next season, yes, Courtois can go back to being the #1. But I think at this stage in the season, we should not be switching up our goalkeeper right now because Lunin has been fantastic. It was good to see Eder Militao out there as well. Played the whole game today, even though he did make a big mistake that if Chris Ramos, the Cadiz striker, had any quality to him, he would have finished. That was arguably the best chance of the game, and that came off of a Militao mistake. Now, hopefully, that's out of his system because I need him to start on Wednesday against Bayern Munich. This was his first start for the season. He's come back from injury like a month ago. It's now time for him to start versus Bayern on Wednesday. I want to see him out there because I don't want to see Nacho, if I'm being honest. I'd rather just play Tchouaméni. Camavinga also had a good game. I think if it wasn't for Brahim, I think Camavinga could have possibly been man of the match. Arda Güler started today. His first start at the Bernabeu. Decent performance. I think in the first half, the first 10-15 minutes, he showed some skills. And he's shown the quality that he has in him. But didn't really do too much today. Overall, just an okay game. Vinicius off the bench, providing that assist. Well, no, not the assist. I'm sorry. Vinny had the build-up. So he had the pass to Nacho. I know Nacho got an assist. To Joselu in the 94th minute. And then Jude also came off the bench. And I questioned Carlo. I said, yo, Carlo, why are you bringing Jude off the bench and taking off Arda Güler? I'm like, yo, let Arda play the 90 minutes. Because we all know he's not going to play on Wednesday. Jude's going to be out there Wednesday for the entire game. Let him rest. And then what happens? 2 minutes later, Jude bags his 18th goal of the season. What a player he's been for us. A lot of people are criticizing his performances because the goals have dried up a little bit. But what people don't realize is that Jude is not a striker. And that's what he's been for us this season. You could call him a striker, false 9, or even a 10 at times. But for people to still label him as a midfielder this season is idiotic. You don't see Valverde, Toni Kroos, and Luka Modric all in the box that far up all the time because Jude is our striker this season. And I think people are going to start to criticize him next season because when we get a proper striker in and when he drops back down to his best position, which is an 8, they're going to criticize him when the goals are not coming in like they were this season. But people don't realize that we didn't buy Jude Bellingham to score goals. We bought him to be our 8. He's a box-to-box midfielder. So he's not going to be as high up the pitch next season because we're not going to need him to be. He's helped us out a lot this season because when Karim Benzema left, we didn't replace him. So Carlo put Jude up front and it's worked out. He's been able to provide goals for us. But that's not what he's best at. He's best as a box-to-box number 8. So, look, guys, good game today. Wrapped up La Liga. Full focus on the Champions League. Let's get that treble, and then let's continue on to next season, bro. This has been a fantastic season. I've enjoyed it. Thank God we were able to win the league this year because Barca fans are just the worst. That's why I had to go in so much on them to start this video off. But, yeah, our B squad today got the job done. A little bit shaky in the first half. Didn't really create that much. But the second half, we turned it up a notch, and we were able to put them away. So shout out to the team. Shout out to my guy, Brahim Diaz, my man of the match. Get in the comment section and let me know who your man of the match was. And just tell me what you thought about the game. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I'm out, people. Peace.